May peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. There are moments in life when we feel something is about to change, not just an emotion or a premonition, but an inner, silent, almost sacred shock. Something changes within us without anyone around us seeing it. An invisible season begins. A hand gently pushes us away from the familiar, away from our routines, towards something deeper. What if it weren't just a change of circumstances, but a calling, a heavenly summons that only those God has chosen can perceive? You who are listening to these words today, it is no coincidence. For it could well be that Allah has decided that the time has come to transform your life, to do in you what He only does in those He has chosen. And to do this, He begins by isolating you, lightening your load, even tearing you away from certain things that seemed essential. You do not always understand why you are pushed aside, why some people move away, why certain doors close. But the chosen one understands with the heart, not with the eyes. He perceives that it is not abandonment, it is sorting. In the silence of your heart, Allah is reorganizing everything. He is preparing you to welcome a change so powerful that it will revolutionize your way of living, thinking, and believing. But before changing your exterior, Allah begins by working on your interior. He wants you to be ready, to be empty of yourself, filled with Him. For a heart too cluttered cannot contain His light. This change will not be like any other. It will not be loud or spectacular. It will not come with the applause of the world. It will come quietly, in the stillness of the night, in a forgotten prayer, in a shed tear that no one has seen except Him. And yet, it will be this change that will change everything, because it will come from the source, from Allah. You were brought here to hear this. You are the chosen one. Not because you are perfect, but because your heart remains open. Because despite the falls, you continue to return to Him. Because despite the noise of the world, you still seek to listen to the voice of the Most High. And whoever listens to the remembrance of Allah, Allah always guides him to what he has lost, His peace. Prepare yourself, not for a passing miracle, but for a divine transformation. A new way of walking through life. A new way of seeing your past, your future, your pains, your victories. This change will leave nothing untouched. It will heal. It will uplift. It will purify. And it will mark the beginning of a new cycle. One in which your soul finally walks according to Allah's plan. So breathe. Listen. And pay attention. Because this isn't just a video, it's a message. And those who hear this message with their hearts know it comes from above. If Allah chooses you for such a great change, it is never by chance. He does not call just anyone to bring about a transformation that will change an entire trajectory. He chooses wisely, looking not at what you show to the world, but at what you hide within yourself. And He sees what you yourself have not yet discovered. Your potential, your light, your sincerity. What you are experiencing right now, this feeling of waiting, of emptiness, of fatigue, in the face of trials or injustices. It is not a punishment. It is a preparation. Because whoever will bring about change from Allah must first be broken, then rebuilt. Your heart must learn to depend only on Him. Your bearings must fall. Your illusions must crumble so that you can be guided back to what is true. Remember the story of Musa, peace be upon him. Before he received the mission to liberate his people, Allah separated him from the comfort of the palace. Then he experienced exile, wandering, and humility. It was only after this silent purification that the burning bush spoke to him. And in this solitude, Allah said, I have chosen you, so listen to what will be revealed to you. Surah Taha 20:13. Choosing Allah is often preceded by a difficult passage. What people call failure is sometimes the seal of divine election. Because one who has not tasted abandonment cannot understand the value of being sustained by Allah alone. Sometimes one must be emptied of all human dependence to learn to walk with faith as one's only support. You may be asking yourself, why me? But know that your pain, your steadfastness, your whispered prayers in the darkness, all of this has been seen. Your endurance has not been forgotten. Your silence has not been ignored. You don't know how many times Allah has turned away an evil you didn't see, only because your heart, despite the weariness, remained attached to Him. Being chosen isn't about being above others. It's about being assigned a deeper, more demanding path. It's about being willing to lose what others protect in order to gain what others don't even seek. It's about understanding that your life isn't simply an accumulation of events, but a mission in itself. And this mission begins when you agree to listen to the divine call, even if it goes against everything you had planned. Allah does not ask you to be perfect. He asks you to be available. He does not seek the strong. He seeks the gentle, malleable, sincere hearts. Those who say, "Here I am, Ya Rab, guide me where you alone want me to go." This change is an honor. And if He chose you, it's because He knows you can handle it. Even if you doubt, He doesn't doubt you. So move forward with Him and let your life become a reflection of His will. There are signs that don't lie, signs that don't come from the world, but from heaven. Signs that don't impose themselves externally, but that arise within you, silently. And if you pay attention to what you've been experiencing recently, you'll understand that Allah never stops speaking to you. He sends you clear signals that your heart has reached the threshold of change. Not a simple turning point, but a new page, a new chapter, a complete rewriting of your story. You feel a strange fatigue, not physical, a spiritual fatigue, as if what you did yesterday is no longer enough, as if your old motivation no longer holds. You look around you, and everything seems blurry, without direction. You search for meaning, a path, peace, but nothing fully satisfies you. This emptiness is not a problem. It is a space that God is digging to pour something new into. Emptiness is always proof that fullness is coming. It may also be that you have been driven into isolation. You yourself don't know why. Friends drift apart. Habits change. Yesterday's pleasures no longer bring the same joy. You are alone, but it is not an abundant solitude. It is a sacred solitude, the one God reserves for those He wishes to prepare intimately. It is not a punishment, it is a divine retreat. For the soul is often built in silence. You also notice that certain things bother you more than before. You no longer easily accept the compromises you used to make. You feel a kind of sadness in worldly things, even if they pleased you. Your heart has become more sensitive. And this is not weakness. It is a sign that your heart is purifying itself, that it is becoming more receptive to the voice of Allah. What you are experiencing is not emotional instability, but a spiritual realignment. Sometimes, inexplicable things happen. Opportunities suddenly close. Projects fail for no reason. People reject you for no reason. You feel like everything is turning against you. But what you don't see is that all this apparent chaos is actually a filter. Allah removes from your path anything that could block the coming change. He prevents you from going where you no longer belong. He protects you by keeping you away. So ask yourself this question now. What if everything you experience isn't an end, but a beginning? What if your feeling of being out of this world was proof that you're finally ready to enter the world God designed for you, not the one you built with your fears? Allah's chosen one doesn't march to the same rhythm as others. His agenda is divine. His seasons don't follow the human calendar. And his inner tremors are the echoes of a new mission. Doubt no more. If your heart is restless for no reason, it is because it has heard the call of your Lord. If you feel an urgency for change, a desire to break with your version of yesterday, it is because Allah is breathing renewal into you, and no one can stop you except yourself. Prepare yourself, for these signs are not there to disturb you. They are there to warn you. Allah never makes a transition without warning. Those who pay attention grasp the message. The others ignore it until it is too late. You are among those He has awakened. Do not close your eyes. When Allah decides to transform the life of one of His servants, He often starts from within. Not finances, not family, not health, but the heart. Because that's where it all begins. And that's precisely why what you're experiencing today is so intense. He's redirecting your heart. He's tearing you away from what was preventing you from fully offering it to Him. You thought change would come slowly, painlessly, but no. Because when Allah loves a soul, He doesn't allow it to stay where it risks being lost. He watched you struggle for too long in patterns that were damaging you. He saw you exhausting yourself, trying to maintain relationships, routines, choices that were consuming you internally. So He intervened. And He did it without asking your permission. Because the love of Allah does not consult, it saves. Look carefully at what you are experiencing. Don't you feel a gradual withdrawal from this world? A loss of interest in empty discussions, selfish ambitions, illusory competitions? This is not weariness. It is an elevation. Allah is extracting you. He is tearing you away from the crowd, from banality, to draw you to Him, like pulling a rare pearl from the mud that buries it. And this extraction hurts, because it separates you from what you were attached to. But this pain is necessary. This change you're experiencing is a change of direction. You're no longer chasing what you wanted. You're now seeking what He wants. And that's when everything changes. Because the moment you stop chasing your own desires and start seeking God's will, is the moment the heavens open over your life. Allah begins to finance the lives of those who submit to His will. Not financially at first, but spiritually. He finances your awakening. He finances your inner healing. He finances your clarity. And soon, this invisible financing will become visible. You will see doors open, help appear, unexpected solutions appear. Because He always finances what He has decided to bless. But this change, this new stage, also requires stripping away. Allah does not elevate you by adding. He elevates you by removing. He strips you of your illusory securities so that you understand that your only security is Him. He removes certain people from you so that you discover that He is enough. He leaves you facing uncertainty so that you learn to trust Him unconditionally. So ask yourself this question now, silently. Am I willing to let die what I was, to become what God wants me to be? Because this is the true test. Many say they want change, but few are willing to give up their inner comfort. Few are willing to have their habits disrupted, to let go of their certainties. But those who dare to submit to divine change enter a peace unknown to ordinary people. Don't resist. What you lose, you were meant to lose. What collapses was meant to collapse. What you no longer have was no longer useful for the mission God entrusted to you. You're not going back. You're going up. And sometimes, going up requires letting go of everything. You're not being abandoned. You're being reoriented. And soon, you'll understand why you had to go through this. You are not losing yourself. You are finding yourself. You are not falling apart. You are being reborn. What you are experiencing, as painful or confusing as it may seem, is a divine reset. And this reset never comes without purpose. It happens when Allah wants to align your life with your true purpose. This is not a crisis. It is a calibration. Your soul has always known that it was created for more. You feel it in your heart, even if you've never been able to explain it. You've often felt different, even among your own kind. You've carried dreams that others have stifled. You've felt a sadness without apparent cause, an emptiness, a thirst, a need that nothing in this world has ever been able to fill. It was already Allah preparing you. He was planting within you the seeds of the change you are experiencing now. Today, this phase takes on another dimension. You notice that this world is becoming increasingly noisy, unstable, and exhausting. But within you, something yearns for calm, simplicity, and closeness to Allah. You look at your life and realize that you no longer want to waste your time, your energy, your emotions. Because Allah is awakening you. He's tearing you away from distraction and bringing you into concentration. He's taking you out of distraction and introducing you to precision. This is why you can no longer pretend. You can no longer continue to live half-heartedly. You can no longer be content to pray without thinking, to invoke without believing, to listen without changing. This is no longer the time for spiritual comfort. This is the time for real transformation. You are called to live your faith, not as a tradition, but as a power. You are called to become a living witness to divine guidance. But this path is not without its challenges. In fact, if you feel yourself being shaken, that the challenges are intensifying, that's a good sign. Because the intensity of the challenge reveals the importance of your mission. The more Allah wants to elevate you, the more He prepares you. And the more He prepares you, the more He refines you. He doesn't just want to give you a beautiful life. He wants your life to become a message. May those who watch you understand that Allah exists just by seeing you persevere, smile, hope, and pray. You are not just anyone. If you hear these words, it is because you are one of those whom Allah has chosen for another dimension. You were not created to follow the crowd, but to blaze trails. You are not here to survive, but to influence. And this influence begins with your ability to remain true to your identity as the chosen one, even when everything around you seems to want to turn you away from it. So now ask yourself, what is Allah teaching you at this precise moment in your life? It's no coincidence that you're here. It's no coincidence that you feel all this. It's no coincidence that you're hearing this reminder. Allah's chosen ones are not guided by chance. They are guided by divine wisdom, even when they don't immediately understand it. And soon, this wisdom will become light. You will see clearly where there was only fog. You will advance where you thought you were stuck. Keep going. Don't stop. Even if you move slowly. Even if you don't see the fruits yet. For Allah is watching. He sees. He rewards. And He will never let a sincere heart go away empty-handed. It's time. Not tomorrow. Not in a year. Not when you feel ready. Now. For Allah has decided. He has decreed. He has chosen you. And when Allah chooses, He is never wrong. You have arrived at this stage of your life because heaven is calling you. Because you no longer have the luxury of putting off what your soul is calling for today. The time has come to enter into what you have long put off out of fear, doubt, or fatigue. The time has come to honor your calling. You have not been forgotten. What you are experiencing is not a punishment. It is an acceleration. Allah presses your life, not to crush you, but to make the pure oil of your destiny flow forth. Every tear you shed nourished a tree you do not yet see. Every silence from Allah was in reality a deeper, more loving, more intelligent answer than all your requests. You lose nothing with Him. You always gain, even if you only understand it afterward. So don't fear change. Fear staying the same. Fear burying your gifts. Fear silencing your soul. For Allah wants to make you a mirror of His light. He wants people to look at you and remember Him. And that doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now. With a choice, with a return, with a sincere decision to finally align yourself with the One who created you. Take a moment, breathe, close your eyes, and say in your heart, "Oh Allah, I don't understand everything, but I trust you. Lead me, use me, change me, and I make my life a reflection of your will." Because deep down, that's all you really want. It's not wealth or comfort or even success. It's His peace, His light, His hand on your heart. And if you want that, then know that He's already placed it in your path. You just have to reach out. You just have to say yes. You just have to believe. And everything will change. Inshallah.